I'm Mike Bowers, and I'm photographer at large for the New Daily. I'm talking pictures this morning with writer and playwright Benjamin Law. And currently his play, Dying a Memoir, is at the Melbourne Theatre Company. Well, how exciting.
Oh, thanks so much, Mike. And while we're talking about death, why don't we segue to discussing the Liberal Party?
Perfect segue. Benjamin, they say that politics is a numbers game, but it was all about net zero this week as nat zero spread to the libs. It's lib zero.
Yeah.
A lovely Warren Brown cartoon here.
Look at that, full gear on, running into a burning building.
Storming the building, But Remembrance Day was yesterday.
Apparently, today is D-Day.
Yeah, it's saving Private Susan.
Yeah, she doesn't look thrilled about it either, does she?
This is lovely from Brett Lethbridge. It looks like the Conservatives are flipping the small B bird to the small L libs.
Yeah, the Conservatives have a much more concise, clear plan though, don't they?
The messaging seems to be much clearer.
That is quite a flowchart right there.
There is, and there's resistors and capacitors and all sorts of things here.
A lot of acrobatics to be done with the moderates.
David MacArthur from the Hobart Merc has got Susan fiddling while the home burns with not coalition net zero, but
Coalition Nero, not Rome burning this time, but something else entirely.
Yeah. Is that the smell of relevance? A Matt Golding cartoon, juvenile as it is, cuts through.
So clever. I just think it's so simultaneously so juvenile and so funny that Susan, who is spelt with two S's, Sisyphus, as she's pushing this Sisyphean task of net zero up a hill.
This was LOL, laugh out loud. Lovely David Rowe, he's got going up. Next floor, oblivion, irrelevance and out of touch. Because she's tapping the down button there. In the interests of unity, I guess I'll take the stairs.
And look, she's really alone on that floor and unhappy.
And I love this. This is obviously Barnaby right where I want them.
He does look quite relaxed though, doesn't he?
David Pope's drawn the Liberal Party room as a bit of a therapy session. Angus therapy. You'd have to be pretty crook.
You got Susan Lee's the patient.
Yeah, and Barnaby sort of talking from the grill, Harry Potter style.
Harry Potter style. And are these future generations in the room with us right now?
I'm sensing they aren't.
Yeah. Is it therapy or gaslighting that we're seeing in this session right now?
Ben, politics can seem pretty dramatic, but not as dramatic as 50 years ago. And last week in Canberra, they marked the 50th anniversary of the dismissal.
Yeah, there's the Governor-General, Sam Mostyn. I have been to Admiralty House, where Sam Mostyn likes to remind the Prime Minister of her position versus his.
Well, interestingly, she came and said she wouldn't do it. And the Prime Minister came, and he was pretty forceful in his speech about what happened on the 11th of November 1975. Former Prime Minister John Howard was there, and it's quintessentially Australian, Ben, I think, to take the piss out of politicians.
Yeah, even in the gravest of moments. Yeah. There was Norman Gunston in the background, dancing around like a clown.
Yeah. And there he was, he came and revisited the scene of the crime. A very funny man. Lovely Cathy Wilcox, who has marked, in fact, the key players of Malcolm, Gough and Sir John Kerr, and of course giving Norman Gunston his dues.
Norman Gunston, absolutely.
Yeah, 50 years, monuments to idealism, ego, fallibility and piss-taking.
And piss-taking, very important in the Australian discourse.
Yeah.
That is kind of a cornerstone of our foundation of democracy.
Fiona Katauskas has Gough and Malcolm here in heaven and they're watching the dismissal. I wonder if that's like heaven streaming.
Yeah. There is a little bit of, I think, ambivalence in some of the expressions there as well.
And there's still a bit of rage going on, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, those two buried the hatchet while they were still alive, but not everyone's invited to the reunion.
Good salt there rubbing into the wound from Fiona Katauskas.
And final word goes to the incomparable David Rowe, who's got Vale Richo. He's got Bob Hawke here talking to Gough, who's in the big chair here. Let him in, Gough, he's got the numbers. He would too.
Quite a political machine. And he's looking quite smug with that cigar.
Yeah.
ALP. Lest we forget. You need to wipe a few memories out in order for these three to be...
to move on.
Yeah.
Look, it's been a great pleasure unpicking events this week, Benjamin, and I'll let you do the honours.
Thanks so much, Mike. Back to you, Spearsy.